Hello, everyone. This is Daniel, and I just had a prophecy last night, and it's like last morning or last night during it was Tuesday the 6th, 2016, on September. Now, basically, it was a rapture prophecy anyway. If I didn't say that, but basically, what happened was, I was helping the church, like as if it was Peter Milton, the church that helped me be with God, or the people that helped me be with God. And those two people were being persecuted. They were literally being held on trial to get their death sentence, but I rescued them just in the nick of time. And I also, here's the important part. I was also with the people that I felt were very dirty. And it felt like special ed because they were simple. Well, anyway, um, basically, these people were they were just kind of simple and simplistic and dirty. Especially that one lady that seemed like she didn't know a lot and she was practically naked and all that. In my vision anyway. Then, as it turns out later on, I had I was the one that was basically beating a lot of the spirits of that world, beating a lot of them. And then there were these few small spirits, and I found myself, they may seem small, but they're not going to be easy. So I decided to go in anyway, jump through the window, and provided that they were that was upstairs, and I went through the window, jumped down, and basically kicked out a lot of them, put them under my foot. Turns out, though, that was not the case because they were very strong for me to handle, and I could handle one at a time, but I couldn't handle a lot. So I had to help with a few of my other type of my friends that were basically acquaintances for my protection. Then basically I had been I basically just literally just you know we defeated all but one, and that one was just very tough and almost defeated me. But when I was lying down, when I was about to give up, that dirty lady that seemed naked, but what she did was she basically shed her light all over that one demon or creature, and it was instantly vaporized. And what I'm trying to tell you here, that even if we're dirty and seem like the rapture didn't happen for us because we're too dirty, even if the Antichrist deceives us and says, "Oh, these people have been killed, or they have disappeared," now people will leave socks and shoes and clothing. It'll be overnight and all over the place. It'll be in the news that it happened all over the world. There'll be extra sets of clothing for every part of the world. And people will be crying all over the world because they thought the rapture has happened and people have disappeared. But really what happened was those few that have been taken, nope, they've been either put in selective service to run for the beast, or they've been slaughtered. You know, those FEMA camps, those are no joke. Basically, when that happens, is people will be crying all over the place, but really, they should be praising the Lord because what it turns out that the Antichrist has deceived them through a lot of deceit from the devil, like he's been being used, and basically what he just did was he will have just deceived us, but he will also have just have basically taken a lot of people and made the whole world full of deceit. And also that the fact is, that's when the whole world will become evil, because the righteousness and the holiness will have been taken out just by one single and large move. And the whole story ends up with this proof that my dream was that people will have been like will have been basically like dirtiness. So they would have been considered dirty, and I would have been considered dirty. The whole world would have been considered dirty, but it would have been just a deceit. Because it does say here in Revelation somewhere, if I can find it. Right. Right. Not this one. Oh, basically the grapes of from the vines of earth, and they're ripe for judgment. Yeah, so there were a lot of grapes that were ripe for judgment. That's not where it's. May have been the last trumpet. Okay. This is okay, trumpet. Okay. Okay. Let's start. So, Yeah, so I might have just seen what it was all about. Yes, nice. 1,000 years, Jerusalem. So really, some say it's a mid, some say it's a pre, and I don't say it's pre. I don't think it's a mid. And some say it's a post. I don't know. But basically, I definitely know it's not a pre because it has to happen after the seventh trumpet. Excuse me. And and then after the seventh trumpet comes, that's probably when the people are raptured out of their graves and not not from their bodies. And that's when the authority brings the people up, and that's all that will happen. Is that's from now on when you're dead, will be brought up, but also brought down. But the funny thing is, you will not notice until you're dead. You know, that's I. But the good thing to know is soon we'll know when rapture takes place, but we will not. Well, actually, I don't think we'll know when the rapture takes place because possibly no one will know when God takes his children and takes his dead. But the dead will be judged first, and they will be all perishing, and the his children will be judged second. So basically, let's say that this way because Israel will be judged first for their sins, the Gentiles next, then Israel for their wonderful things they've done, and we the Gentiles judged last. So anyway, so the 144,000 will happen first, and then the second trumpet will happen next. So basically, that's pretty much the basically the trumpet really means that people will not be rejoicing, but they will also be seeing the next rapture, and this time it will be real, and it will be just the dead people, and they will be so sorry about themselves for no apparent reason because, well, for apparent reason, but no real reason because they will have just realized, well, the real reason is it's just the dead people that are rising up, but it's not them, and they'll think that they have missed their chance, and they'll be partying again. That's when the hailstorms will come, well, a great hailstorm, and it will be quite a shock for the people to actually see that there's a great hailstorm, and that great hailstorm will, you know, be the worst thing that it has ever happened to them. But then the worst things will happen, and it'll be one of the worst things that is ever imaginable. You see, these swords and all that will happen to the unbelievers, but it won't be to the won't be to the real people of God, the people that have been chosen from God to be the light of the world. But it will just be the people with the major swords and scorched from the sun and all that, and blood that is undrinkable, if I got that right. All that will happen because they're just part of the world. Let me just look it up. Let's see. Because there are 7 of them. And let's see. So after that, how it fits in the earth. The temple turned wide up and swords broke out on everyone. That's just the first one. Wow. And we'll see become like blood. That's the second one. That's horrible. Uh-huh. And then third one was the rivers of blood, so that's horrible as well. The fourth one, the sun causing everything to scorch. I didn't even get to the fifth and sixth and seventh. And then the third beast of his kingdom into play, turned into darkness, and everything becomes darkness. Oh my goodness, yes. And then the spirits of the false prophet and the beast and the antichrist will be basically the 3 frogs coming out of these beings and humans. The 7th one that was in the air and Chuck him with the throne saying it's finished. Thunder crash and rolled, lightning flash and a great earthquake struck. Ever since people were placed on the earth. So if you can imagine that it was worse than the rainstorm in the Nosei, it will be just magnificent and not real magnificent in a good way, but really so bad it's just it'll bury whole cities. And Babylon will fall as well because of that earthquake. And we'll still live. There will be still a few people on Earth. But it will be 1,000 years, so that will be the few believers are left. But maybe it's in heaven, maybe it's on Earth. But really, it's either kills everyone, or just few people do live, and it's all going to be a different world. The 7th is a real disaster. So basically, it'll be quite a shocker to realize that you're in the end times and in Revelation, what the book of Revelation is saying. And we're in a small part of it, but not in the whole book. Now, we are in, like, the times of the churches being lukewarm and needing, excuse me, my ears nose gets itchy when I talk too much. When the church needs help from God, we're in those times. We're not in a time when the Antichrist has come, because he is not going to reveal himself until sometime later or soon, or wherever it is. My belief is it's going to come when we're not raptured, but it's going to come. And I don't believe that the rapture is going to come. I believe that the rapture is going to just come for the dead. And the Antichrist will come before the rapture. And the rapture of the dead will come just about a little bit after. Anyway, I think I'm done. Got any more questions? Just comment right here. Any comments? Questions? Because I'm about to end. If you want to leave, that's okay, because I'm just finishing up. Okay, got nothing, right? Got anything to comment? Because I type slow as well, so don't worry. Okay. Oops. Oh, it's not on that. Okay, I guess you're gonna come hang out when it's all the end. I even bet I know who you are, so I love you. God loves you. Hopefully we'll have a good time, okay? Bye.